before Rello Ranzano would make waves in the hip-hop scene with his catchy tracks and bold lyrics. Before Rello would amass a dedicated fan base, racking up over 500,000 followers on social media. Before Rello would use his platform to advocate for social issues, sparking conversations around mental health and community struggles. When I first stumbled upon Rello's music, I was blown away by his unique sound and raw honesty. It quickly became a go-to for my playlist, and I joked with friends about how he was the next big thing in hip-hop. Then, I got booked to interview him, which we are about to do right now. Let's go. Hey, so we want to know what inspired you to name your album Can't Escape the Allure?
Life. Life is what inspired me to name it that. If they Google the meaning, I could get into details about it, but I think I answered this question about 100 times. But life, like, you know, you can't escape the law. Like, no matter how hard you try, the desire, the passion of wanting what you want and loving what you love, like, you can't get rid of that feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's what themes can fans find to expect within this album?
What themes?
Yeah.
The main theme going on in the album really is love, heartbreak, pain, loss, self-motivation, inspiration, around those themes. It's just from personal experiences and vicariously living through others around me. When you actually see what others are going through and then you saw what you went through, then you overcome it, see someone else going through it. It's just life, to be honest. It's all natural, organic.
And as the first Bahamian rapper aiming for platinum status, what does this milestone mean to you personally and for the Bahamian music scene?
For the Bahamian music scene, it means everything to me. It means everything to me. It means more for me on the Bahamians, on a bigger scale for me, because that means if it actually happens, we just open up the minds of a lot of people, a lot of youths. We probably save a lot of lives. We probably shift a lot of paths from the streets or whatever else. We just made them know it's possible. On the personal aspect, I won't sit there and be like everyone else saying, oh, it's just a no. It'll mean a shitload to me also, because I put in a lot of work. So I'll be grateful for it. I'll be super grateful as far as inspiring the family, letting them see you actually made it work. To even tell your kids your story that, hey, I made it work, I followed my dream, you know?
That's beautiful. Before they were famous, has teamed up with Mogul Productions to help bring our audience all closer to the entertainment industry, and we have a big opportunity here. Rello's debut album Can't Escape the Allure, which aims to make him the first Bahamian rapper to achieve platinum status. This album release is not just a personal milestone, it offers fans a unique opportunity to directly participate in his success. By purchasing the album on the Mogul platform, supporters can earn a share of 10% of the album's profits through exclusive reward pools. This initiative invites fans to invest in Rello's journey and the future of Bahamian music. So you've described NASA as both beautiful and complex. For those who may not know you well, how do you describe yourself?
Undeniable vibe. That's it.
Amazing. But would you also describe yourself as beautiful and complex?
I think we all are at some point. We all are beautiful and complex until we figure out what we really want to do. So I'll just go for beautiful right now.
Well said. Can you tell us about your childhood?
Oh, my childhood was beautiful and complex. No, we could say that was beautiful and complex because I could sit there like everyone else and say, oh, it was hard and it was rough and we were poor and this, and that's the truth. That is the truth. We did have it rough. We had all of that. At the same time, it was still beautiful because we still found it was more family oriented. We were outside. We outside more. We were bonding more. I lived on an island. Now that I'm grown up looking at it, you're still right by the beach. A lot of people were still alive who aren't there now. So sitting down now about my childhood was beautiful and complex because I went from the ugly duckling to the prince. Close to the downtown off Market Street, East Street, Milton Street. So from Atlantis, driving in the car, about 15 minutes. From downtown, about 5. Oh, it was rough though. Still beautiful, but it was rough.
When that was erected or constructed, was that around your childhood, or are my timelines way off?
I think that was around your time. But you still look younger than us.
He got me. He knows. He knows.
Were there signs early on that you were destined for fame?
I just always felt different. Like I always wanted more. Seeing my mom struggle, seeing what she went through, seeing my dad having to move back and forth, seeing my grandmother, because I really grew up around my grandmothers more. I just get tired of stuff. I had enough of not having enough, just watching everyone make these promises. Then it's 1 year later, it never happens. It's just, I just always wanted more. I wouldn't say I could always say I was destined for it, but I could always say that I always believed in myself and know it was more from me. It was just something different. Always something different.
How do you keep that ambition and motivation going?
Without a choice I got. That's the truth. Everyone do this crazy answer, but you like, what other choice you got? Give up? What you gonna do? If you give up, then how am I gonna get where I'm gonna get? Or how? The mindset ain't gonna get itself. These people aren't gonna inspire themselves, you feel me? So how am I gonna make it happen? So to keep it, and my kids help me keep it going too. My little girls, looking at my little girls, I gotta stay motivated. I gotta give them what I did now. Watching my family, they motivate me also. You feel me? To be honest.
That's super motivational, and the people that watch this channel are aspired to get to where you're at. So thank you so much for sharing that.
I appreciate that, and I thank them for watching.
We also want to know what other artists inspired you growing up.
Oh, a whole lot of artists. This is the best question I like. I need to see if that's the question that I hate, because then sometimes you answer and forget your actual artist, you know? But growing up when I was younger, I remember sitting down and listening to the Snoop Dogg tapes, the Tupac and the Notorious B.I.G. tapes with my cousin. But then Lil Wayne had a, that was around the Lil Wayne era. So Lil Wayne was the inspiration for us all. If they want to admit it or not, you had Lil Wayne going. A lot of the Jamaican music and the culture was inspiring me at the time. Who else was like big on Fab? Fab was big on with the fashion and everything. I was a big Fab fan. You know, Nelly had a run too. That 50 came through. It was a lot of different people, to be honest, from back in the day that inspired us. But Lil Wayne had a big influence on everything. Like, be honest. Then it was one more eventually. Lil Wayne had a big influence on the era, to be honest.
He's amazing. What is your favorite Lil Wayne song, your favorite Nelly song?
Oh, it's too much. Why'd y'all have to to me? But when I was younger, one of my favorite Lil Wayne songs was Me and My Drink. Up in the studio, me and my drink. Live alone, be alone. That was hard.
Love it.
You know that song?
I do. I love Lil Wayne. I literally grew up listening to Lil Wayne.
And my favorite Nelly song, what song, how it goes? I could tell, cause I can get you. I take it in. It's time to take it. No, take it to the other side. The other side. That was inspiration. I remember that vividly.
Yeah, Nelly started that trend.
Yeah, with the Air Force.
Trend.
Air Force with the double laces.
So can you tell us about your journey into music and what inspired you to become a musician?
I don't even know. I always used to love art. I always would write. I always would draw. I always would write poems. I just always loved it. I was always inspired to sit down. I remember even in Chicago when I was in high school, I think it was Plainfield High School, District 202, and they were always freestyling on the bus and stuff. So I could write. At that time, I could write, but I couldn't freestyle. So I was memorizing. I memorized a freestyle and I ran in and I won the battle. But I won, so I was excited. I was finally accepted. It was the cool guy, beat this guy. What his name was, Candy Love, who was just smashing everybody. And when I beat him in the freestyle, I won. I was excited, but then I got in trouble for using obscene language.
Oh.
So God was like, "Oh, what you doing?" So I had to throw all my books. It was crazy. So that was a crazy story. But I always loved music.
And what would you say makes your music unique?
I don't write. I don't write. Everything I say is in the moment, is an emotion. I don't sit down and I won't sit and say, "Oh, I just freestyle it." I mean, we don't just sit there and I actually think and I have emotion. What makes it unique is everything I'm saying is actually going on in that actual moment.
Wow, that's so
really
interesting.
I may use more creative words to move things off what's going on, but it's actually what's going on. It's actually, and the intention behind it all is love. I won't even lie to you.
How do you incorporate your Bahamian heritage into your sound?
Mm,
You can skip that if you don't want to answer that.
I want to say that. I try to see how to word it, not to child myself. So the Bahamians, I think I put it into that because in the Bahamas, we have big hearts. So at the same time, I still put words in there to guide. I have a big heart. And at the same time, it's still the islands, it's still the jungle. So it's still a rude boy thing, you know? So it's still a rude boy thing. We'll go on with it. So we still put that in there with the aggression and the words and being direct and straight to the point. So I guess that's beautifully complex.
I love it. And how has growing up in Nassau shaped your perspective and the stories you tell through your music?
So my life in Nassau, oh, it shaped everything. That's Nassau. Like I said, it's the island. It's beautiful, but it's the jungle, mommy. You feel me? It's still the jungle. So, but at the same time, you still have a lot of good people guiding you around there from all parts and all walks of life. So it's inspiring to see that you could be surrounded by a lot of good. Let me say it correct. They all say you become what you are around. That's true in a way, but I don't agree. Because Nassau inspired me to show me you could be around all of this and you could still want more. You could be around the bad stuff and this isn't what you have to sell for. You could be around the good stuff and you could still be inspired by it. So it take a toll on me. A lot of people travel. I meet a lot of people. So it's like a networking hub.
Hey, I just want to chime in there. I did like a Google search because off the top of my head, I thought for a second I was like, Rihanna's from Barbados, but for a second I confused it. So I was like, who really broke out of Bahamas besides Kimbo Slice? I couldn't think of anyone.
You remember Kimbo Slice? Rest in peace, Kimbo.
Oh, the best.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah. He was. I made a bunch of videos on Kimbo. He had such a cult following. What a monster.
Sorry to interrupt you. Jonquil Jones from Freeport in the Bahamas just won the WNBA title in the finals MVP a few days ago. Buddy Hield is in the NBA. Made it to the NBA. You got DeAndre Ayton in the NBA. And you also have Ty Jones. You got Jazz Chisholm who played for the MLB, a superstar. He's from the Bahamas. It's a lot. But musically, only Who Let the Dogs Out? Who? It made it to the Rugrats movie, so that was big.
Wow, that's it, eh? So the door's wide open for you to put the country on your back.
Oh, we coming skiing and them.
What are some of the biggest challenges you faced as an artist, and how have you overcome them?
I think it's the same as in life. Like, if a lot of people don't want to admit it, like sometimes you fall into a depressed stage. Sometimes you have the balance from being depressed side, from wanting it so bad and things not happening. The biggest challenge is knowing that you have to lead the way. It's easy to say you have to be the push because you get frustrated. I still have frustrating moments. Like Sean, my team would say, like, no, you have to want it more than everyone else. No matter what they say or what they do, you have to want it more. So always having to push everyone, always having to being ahead of the game. The biggest challenge is just being who you say you are. Because you're having to do that every day, all the time. You will get frustrated, stuff will happen, you will be inspired, but you can't stop, because if you stop, then you'll never get it. At the same time, the people will tell you, stay focused on this, what you focus on. That's the main thing. All that cliche talking, stay focused, and you have to want it more than everyone. No, it's like, you gotta understand, you will feel every emotion. but you have to keep your eyes on the prize and remind yourself why you're doing it and why you're going through this. And you have to improve as you go and learn. It's not just, oh, I'm making this something. No, you got to improve. You got to learn. You have to network. You have to actually become a better person. And the only thing that actually helped me with that is praying more, to be honest. Before, when I was just moving on my own, I guess so far, but when I just started like, yo, I don't know what else to do. I try everything like, hey, I'm not Mr. Know-It-All, help me. If you actually pray more, it actually works.
Thank you for that.
Can you walk us through your creative process when you're writing and producing your music?
I don't actually physically write. So my creative process is, I just sit down, turn all the lights off, and look around. Oh, I don't have anything to do today. It's nighttime, I can't go to bed without a song. So I sit there basically, I play a beat, I put the headphones on or play it out loud, I play a beat, I listen until I may like a lot of beats. I mumble in my head until I find a beat that captures my soul in that moment. And then I just go. I start mumbling. I hear melody, so I trust the first melody I hear. But that doesn't mean it always correct. I trust it, I let it go. So you have to be real with yourself too. You can't overthink. Overthinking is bad. It's something, and then it comes to creating it. So I just put the words together and I go. Then at other times, when emotions are high, forgive me, sometimes we do get emotional. When emotions are high, I can just sit down there and go. It's like, let's go.
There's very few artists that don't write it down. I think one of the only ones I can think is Lil Wayne. Is that correct?
No, a lot don't write it. Lil Wayne and Jay-Z started the wave. They started it, but there's a lot now not doing it. A lot of people aren't doing it. Even Tory Lanez, Tory Lanez, free Tory Lanez.
We're filming this in Toronto. We definitely know Tory Lanez.
Oh, free Tory Lanez. Yes, Tory Lanez get it in the same way.
How do you connect with your fans, and what role do they play in your career?
Honestly, I connect with my fans on a daily basis. When I'm outside or stuff like that online. I should connect more, but there's so much going on, fans. That's why I try to give you the best music as possible. Because there's so much going on trying to balance, but I think I connect with them through the music. They can vicariously live through me.
Love it. So we know you're in Colombia. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us and do this interview. You have your debut album coming up. We're looking forward to it. Where can people find you? What is your social media handles?
First of all, thank you for having me because you chose me. You took the time out for me. I appreciate that. And we do have our debut album coming out November 5th on the Mogul Network, the NFT. So shout out to Mogul, first of all. They really doing a lot of things, making stuff happen. Shout out to Kevin Hobbs, that's my guy and the whole team. And my social media handles, everything is Rello Ranzano. RELLORANZANO. Rello Ranzano all across the board. Check me out.
Any plans of coming to Canada?
Oh, we always was in Canada. Like, I used to live in Canada, but I plan on coming back to Canada. I love it out there. I got a lot of guys out there, some people out there. I love it. It's good vibes, always in the T-Dot.
Okay, good. All right, that's it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you all also.
We have a big announcement that's going to allow you to get a lot closer to Hollywood. Now, before they are famous, they've entered into an epic new partnership with Mogul Productions, utilizing the magic of Web 3.0. Now, if you ever wanted to land a walk-on role in a Hollywood movie, how about getting a producer's credit? How about going to some red carpet events, some meet and greets with the stars, and more? You can even submit your own productions and have them reviewed by some Hollywood execs. I myself, I've got a sitcom I'm going to be putting on the site. Now, if you don't believe me, well, Mogul Productions, it was behind the release of City of Dreams. Now, this was a film promoted by Sylvester Stallone, Mike Tyson, and executively produced by Tony Robbins himself. So if you've been waiting for your chance to get your big shot at getting in on all the action show business has to offer, well, we're encouraging you to check out the Mogul Productions website right now. There's a link in all our recent uploads, and here are some of the current opportunities that are up for grabs. The film The Caretaker, you can star in the film and get taken out by lead actor Robert Bronzy. Can't Escape the Allure is another project, and on that you can get a producer credit. Also, Rello Ranzano's upcoming album. Now, there was a spot to be an extra in the new film, Texas Nightmare, currently being filmed in LA, but sadly, it's filming right now. So if you weren't already on the site applying, you would have missed it. You can click into each project on the site and you can read more details about the project, who's involved, and what exciting perks are up for grabs. We'll be bringing you new updates each and every week about this epic collab between Before They Are Famous and Mogul Productions, so be sure to stay tuned to the end of each video so you don't miss out. All right.